Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Monday, July 7th, 2025. Tariffs in the news today. And what is it creating? I think it's creating a buying opportunity. We've got gold down $33 to 3,300 and could see 32.75 here, but that would be a screaming buy. And silver down 67 cents, hit hard to 36.18. I think it's a buy right here. All right, in the gold-silver ratio, we are up to 91.18. Get you a little longer chart of that, but I don't think it goes much higher. 10-year yield, and 10-year yield is up today, 0.02 to 4.36, with new threatened tariffs over everything, including if other nations join the BRICS union or trade with the BRICS, then they will receive tariffs. Pretty heavy threat right there. Okay, the US dollar is also bucking the downtrend, up 0.377 this morning to 97.359. So it's going to have a counter trend rally here, it looks like, until perhaps it starts falling back into the 26s. As you know, a higher dollar is not good for precious metals. Higher long rates are not good for precious metals. So although we've got a lot of negativity in the market this morning, it is hurting metals. Copper is not exempt as well. Copper back down 3 cents to 5.03. We have got, I'm going to add this to the rotation here, the CRB, the commodity index, sitting at about 300. I want to show you a chart of the commodity index, and let's go out to a one-year chart. I do think the tangible assets of all kinds are going to start catching more of a bid going forward, including copper, including silver, etc. And I just want to keep watching this. I think we're likely to have a breakout here as the deficit and the debt grows. In that same vein, I think nickel is a buy right here. Not financial advice, but I'm going to be buying some nickel. Nickel is used in the manufacturing, the steel manufacturing process, which we are trying to rehome. And, well, we just need a bunch of it. And look at the prices here. Look how long nickel has been. How long can I get this chart for? Here's a 10-year chart of nickel. Look at that. Been basing for a long time and could possibly make a move sometime here in the future. So I'm watching that personally. Okay, in the economic calendar, absolutely nothing today. Everybody shaking off the long weekend. Tomorrow we have NFIB, Optimism Index, Consumer Credit, Wednesday, wholesale inventories, and minutes of the Fed's May FOMC meeting. Thursday we have initial jobless claims. So as I often say, metals tend to rally into initial jobless claims reports, and I think you'll see kind of a V bottom today. Could be wrong about that. Maybe it'll go a little lower, but I think it's a great day to buy. Here we are in the pre-markets in the extreme greed category. Well, you know what happens when we hit extreme greed. 78, we're on the lower boundary of it, but I don't know. I think we're headed for a sell-off here in the markets. We've got Dow futures up 3, S&P down 14, Nasdaq down 81. And our canary in the coal mine, Bitcoin, is saying that market down today. Bitcoin down 619 to 108,585. All right, before we get on to the best deals I can find anywhere on the internet, I'm on the website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. It's totally free and sponsored by no bullion dealers. And I'm going to get on to the question of the day. By the way, welcome all new members, subscribers, and people just stopping by. The question of the day, it's not going to be about gold and silver. I know you have gold and silver. Maybe you have a little of it. Maybe you have a lot of it. What I want to know is how much money you have in the stock market. And your age would be helpful as well if that's not, personal, too personal. But what percent of your assets, excluding your home, do you have in the stock market? And I don't mean in T-bills, okay? I mean in stocks, all right? Personally, I have most of my money in T-bills. But where do you have money in the stock market, in the indexes, the S&P, the Nasdaq, etc.? And if you do, what percent of your assets do you keep in the stock market? There is no wrong answer here because the stock market has done very, very well over time. And possibly we'll be having a crack up boom here. It could do even better. And that's not to say that gold and silver won't do better too, but how much of your money do you have in the stock market at this particular moment? Let's get on to the deals. All right, and a couple of changes here, but generally everything is cheaper. Itty Bitty Gold, 1/100th Gold Cowboy is $43 at SD Bullion. 1 gram gold in assay, 124 at bullion.com. The new customer deal at bullion.com is out of stock. I will leave that there in case they bring it back. A 1/10th gold eagle that you have to pay up for, $376 at Summit Metals. A 1/10th gold maple is $362 at Safe Haven Metals. A .1106 gold ducat is $378 at SD Bullion. If you want to get the melt on that, just divide by 0.1106 and you'll see what you're paying on a melt basis. I had a good recommendation from a channel subscriber saying that I should do a gold and silver terms for dummies kind of a deal, you know, for newbies. What are all the terms we use? Spot, melt, GSR, oh, you know, there's a dozen of them that might be helpful to do a review. Maybe I'll start doing that tomorrow. Okay, moving on to 1/4 ounce gold Krugerrand. That is $8.57 at Bullion Exchanges. You can get a 10 peso for $8.24 at Summit Metals. Gold peso is 0.2411. Do that division, you'll see what the melt is on that. A $5 commemorative, a good alternative to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. In the slab here with the booby prize of PF69, 807 divided by 0.241, and that'll get you a very nice melt price. Their buyback price is $7.82, in case you were wondering, at Bullion Exchanges. A 1/2 ounce gold eagle is $1,681 at Summit Metals. A 1/2 ounce gold maple is $1,740 at Bullion Exchanges. Probably a victim of some kind of tariff story there. Don't buy that. 1/2 ounce gold Britannia is $1,758 at Monument Metals. Ouch. 1/2 ounce Krugerrand is $1,687. If you're going to buy a 1/2 ounce, you may want to consider that. That's at Bullion Exchanges. A 1 ounce gold eagle, $3,344 at Bullion Exchanges, about $30 over their fake spot price. And if we want to get back to that, just to show you, the spot price is $33.17 at Bullion Exchanges. The spot price in Kitco is $33.02. The you know, there is a $15 premium over Kitco spot, just in case you want to know that. Let's keep going here. A 1 ounce gold buffalo is $3,405 at Summit Metals. And let's see, moving on to the big proof gold set. I guess people don't want to pick this up or they don't have the money, but it's very cheap on a melt basis, and they are proof coins in a set, $6,284 at Bullion Exchanges. I hear that you can get them even cheaper on eBay if you look. Do not buy those from the mint. You'll pay $1,500 more if you buy the current year. A 1 ounce gold maple is going to be $33.67 at Safe Haven Metals. Okay, that's not bad. And an AU gold maple is $33.29 at Bullion Exchanges. That will be circulated. Walmart, check them out as well. You could get a smoking deal over there, especially if you have that PayPal credit card I recommend. Link on my website. A Britannia 1 ounce gold, $33.37 at Bullion Exchanges. And I'll skip the St. Gaudens today. A 1 ounce Krugerrand, one of the cheaper of the sovereign gold coins, $3,316. No, it is not pure gold, but it's overweighted so that you get pure gold out of that. And we'll do the 20 franc today. That is $6.32 at Bullion Exchanges. And that is a .1867, very popular foreign coin in all of its forms. You got the Rooster, you've got the Helvetia, and others. All right, platinum. What was platinum today? I always forget to review platinum. Platinum down $39 to 1,353. I think you could buy that today, but I think it will stall out by 1,500 personally. Let's keep going here and moving on to Silver Eagles. APMEX has still got their any quantity pricing, 41.02. Silver price seems to be coming up a little bit right now. Could see a bit of a bottom in that silver price, as you may not know. Or you may know, ETF holdings are growing rapidly in the paper silver market. Lots of people buying silver, and today will be a great opportunity. 41.02 for a BU Eagle at APMEX. Mystery Eagles over at Kitco. 39.41 each, but they don't tell us what they are. Are they BU? Are they circulated? Are they impaired? Are they tarnished? Well, you won't know because Kitco won't tell you. You try to find it there. If you can find it there, let me know. Nope, can't find it, so I'm calling that a mystery eagle. If it's a BU, it'd be a very good deal. The impaired deal over at Pinehurst, I continue to like, in a quantity of 20, 38.58. All right, let's keep going here. Green light is on, strong green here, and we got a pullback day. I want to point this out to you, this video from Redacted. I don't know if I already did this or not, but oh gosh, I posted the wrong video. Oh hell, that's not the video I wanted to post. This one here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the...
Oh, I posted the wrong video. Anyway, if you look at this header here, this is Scott Bessent, and it's why how the Fed is getting long rates. I'll fix the link on this, but it is a must-read. I put the link in the chat room as well, which is at the top and the bottom of my website if you want to get in there and mix it up. But I finally figured it out. Why is it that long rates have been dropping? Now, today is an exception. We got a counter-trend bounce because of the tariff rhetoric. But why has the long rate been dropping as the short rate has, as the government has said they're going to start financing everything at the short end, and eventually, a kangaroo court of FOMC people are going to be dropping the short end. The government is going to be financing everything at the short end. What this video tells you, what this person seems to have figured out, is that by starving the long bond market, by issuing everything at the short end, the demand for long bonds may increase because the government will not be issuing any of them. When demand increases, prices rise. When prices rise, long rates fall. So this may be the plan to artificially suppress the long rate. See what you think about that. I think it is. It fits nicely into the puzzle of why Trump is so confident that reducing short-term rates by the Fed will lower long rates, and I think this could be the thing. So check that video out. I'll fix the link on that. I just posted the wrong link. Sorry about that. Okay, moving on. Silver Maple. Silver Maple is at 39.73 at Safe Haven Metals. Everything is BU unless I say otherwise. A kangaroo is 38.21. Matter of fact, the rest of these will all be in the 38s, whether it be the Britannia, the Krugerrand, or the Philharmonic. Click those links to find them. And moving on, at the U.S. Mint, nothing much new there, except I think there's a story about the Kennedy $50 selling out. Over on Costco, we have got, what do we got? Whoa! Oh, people bought up that gold, didn't they? All we got is one lonely little silver bar. 10-ounce silver bar at $3.99. When you check out through Costco, use your executive club membership and a high rebate credit card. All right, we can skip through that. Junk is still at spot or right around spot at 26 times face. At SD Bullion, Mercs are $1 more, and you may want to pick up this deal, which I put in the chat room yesterday, and maybe I did an alert, I can't recall. 181 would be right around spot, probably right at spot, for a 5-ounce U.S. flag bar. I think those are made by Elemental Mint. Yes, they are. You can only get one, but you may want to check out their the other deal people like over here. Their 4th of July sale is still going for some reason. People like the Cull Morgans and the Peace Dollars right around melt, and I don't know. It's a pretty decent image of a Cull Peace Dollar. I doubt they will look that good, but you may like that. Some people like that. I think you're just buying expensive junk personally, and I don't think there will be any numismatic value on those. So I'm not a big fan, but that doesn't mean you don't have to be. And why is it the Morgans look so much worse than the Peace Dollars? Maybe the Peace Dollar is the one to pick up here. There certainly won't have a Cull 1921 Morgan will not have any numismatic value, probably ever. Quote me on that, see if I'm wrong. If you got something that's circulated but not really Cull, that may have some value down the road. I'd probably get the Peace Dollars over the 21 Morgans, and at least you'd have something cool in your stack, and it would be right around spot. So consider that if that really appeals to you, if you're trying to stay cheap this morning. Okay, and Golden State Mint 1 ounce rounds are 37.50. That's about the best you're going to do in the silver round market this morning. A kilo is going for $11.91 at Bullion Exchanges. Good to see that under $1,200 this morning. All right, and we're on eBay. We're going to try to beat all these prices using our 3% rebate credit cards. Link on my website. How about Eagles? All right, let's see what kind of deal we can get today. Don't want Morgans. We want Eagles, guys. Bring it to us. 789 from BGASC. Cull Eagles. 39.40. About 38.40 out the door for Culls. No, I don't like that. What do we got here? We got Tarnished Eagles at about 39 out the door. Here we got BU Eagles at 40, call it 40.80, 39.80 out the door. Well, that's pretty similar to the APMEX price. So I don't think I'd squander my rebates on those. Okay, nothing happening in the Eagle market. How about the big old lots? Big old lots of Eagles. Here we got BU Eagles, 40.51, about 39.40 out the door. Think you could pick that up today. And over at the U.S. Mint, all right, there it is. Silver Eagles produced January 3.5 million, February 928,000. March 972 and April 1,130,000. What happened to May and June, I might ask? That is a real head scratcher. They're not even updating their website anymore. Let's see, in the gold category, 1 ounce gold sold 39.11, 13.10. I don't know why they're not updating their website. Platinum none, palladium none. Let's see, 10th ounce gold eagles. Whoa, they're not making many of those. Quarter ounce gold eagles, not making many of those. They're not doing much on the fractional eagles, are they? Well, I don't know what's up with May and June, but if it's hard to say. But I hear the dealers are in allocation mode, so maybe they're just not planning on making many silver eagles. Maybe demand is so low they don't want to make them. Retail investor stacker is not really that active right now, but starting to get a little more active. Okay, where am I? I am on to Maples. Maples as cheap as $9.80. Britannia's as cheap as $9.90. Kangaroos as cheap as $9.97. Krugerrands as cheap as $1,000. Okay, nada enchilada. How about the Philharmonics? Philharmonics going for $38.25, about 37 and change out the door. Well, that's a good deal right there. They're BU Philharmonics. So yes, I think you could buy that. I think you're like, let me do the math for you here. This could be a screaming buy. 786 divided by 20, only 20 in a tube on these, times 0.97 if you have the PayPal credit card or the American Express Everyday Cash checkout through PayPal. 38.12, which would put you about $1.70 over spot on BU Philharmonics random date. So not bad, not too bad. How about junk in the trunk? Junk in the trunk this morning is as cheap for $10 face. as have $10, $5 face. Worn we don't want, slicks we don't want, circulated we want. 26.7, are you charging shipping? No. It is a mid-size seller with 100% positive feedback. 26.7 puts you at about 26 out the door. That's a push. How about a large lot of junk? Large lot of junk and good junk. Circulated with dates. 26.56 puts you out the door at about 25.75 on dimes. Half dollars about the same. Franklin's closer to 25.90 on the Franklins. You may want to pick those up. Maybe you want to grab the Kennedys. Those seem to be, since they're stopping the image this year for a new image, which everybody wants to buy. I guess I missed that one. Okay, check that out though. Let's go on to, okay, I'm getting dizzy here. I'm going to skip the Carson Cities and the Peace Dollars and do the Vintage Bar of the Day. Here's a neat Colonial bar for $4.35. Not a bad price on that. I skipped the Kilo. The Kilo is going to be $12.24, under $1,200 out the door. I'm going to skip the Kookaburra. A large lot of 1 ounce rounds, about $36.70 out the door. A small lot of 1 ounce rounds are going to be $37 out the door, just as cheap. The Cowboy rounds made by Scottsdale are going to be about 38. Whoa, let's see, 39, 30, 38, 20. We'll be about 38.20 out the door on Scottsdale Cowboys. Very collectible little round there. 100 ounce bars as cheap as $37.76, about $36.60 out the door. A little bit over spot there on the 100 ounce bars. If you see something vintage, you may want to pick that up. There's a vintage Engelhard for about $37 out the door. That's neat. Not a bad price on that. Pretty soon, I think that'll be under spot if silver keeps moving here, and I think it will. Be nice to have some of those. Wouldn't it? Big old stack of those would be nice. You know, I recommended the other day 1,000 ounces would pretty much do you, huh? That would really set you up there. You buy 10 of those today and have 10 Engelhard bars. Woo, wouldn't that be nice? Okay, let's get on to the gold. I'm getting tired. 1 gram gold as cheap as, where are you? 123 minus about $4, 119 out the door. That's a push. 1/10 ounce gold, random 1/10 ounce gold, $357, about $347 out the door. Okay, I don't know what you'll get if you buy that. 1/10 gold eagle is as cheap as a, does not look to be BU, $378. Let's check it. The seller is a big seller, good feedback, but what kind of eagle are you selling? You are selling a unknown silver eagle. Is it circulated or is it not? You won't know because this seller will not tell you. Either I'm missing it or he is just not saying. I hate that. I really hate that. Nope, they're not going to tell you, so we're going to skip him. What do you say? We'll skip him. Let's go to 380. BGASC ain't going to tell you either. Scottsdales are usually BU. So 380 for a 1/10 gold eagle, and that'd be under 370 out the door. And I think that beats the dealer. Go back and check on the website. Let's go up to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. 1/4 ounce gold eagle. These are cull condition eagles. $8.98. That'd put you out the door at about $870. And it'll have all the tax benefits of a gold eagle. It'll be fractional, but it'll be messed up. If you want a nice one, you're going to have to go, oh my God, this one's only $900. Oh yeah, bullion.com. Okay. 900 and then take $28 off. You'll be at 872, something like that. Up on the website, 872 versus 1/4 ounce gold eagle. Oh, bloody hell. 872 versus a 1/4 ounce gold eagle at the dealers at 860. Nope, it's a push. It's a push. I lose. Okay, you can't always get what you want. Did you see the Ozzy Osbourne YouTube video coming back out for his theoretically final tour? Oh my God. Let's see, 1 ounce gold eagle, 23.85. What kind of seller is this? And this is a zero feedback seller. We're going to keep moving here. 1 ounce gold eagle as cheap as 34.58, about 33.40 out the door. That's about a push as well. Come on, give me some good gold. How about a buffalo? Let's get a good deal on a buffalo. 35.13, about 3400 out the door. That's a push. Nobody giving away their gold this morning. Sorry, guys. Let's see. We got a Krugerrand, a full Krugerrand for 34.35. That's about 33.20 out the door. Okay. Oh man. Okay. I don't know. I think I'd buy silver today. Oh, here's that $5 commemorative still in stock at 8.35. Divide that by 0.241. You'll get the melt on that. Multiply that by 0.97. If you have a good credit card, you'll be happy with those $5 commemoratives. Buy as many of those as you want. The Big Daddy peso is 41.36. AUBU, I like that condition. Divide that by 1.21 and you'll get the melt on that times 0.97. Will get you the out the door price if you have those credit cards I recommend. That may be something you can buy today. And I did want to check eBay. Oh no, I'm just too tired. I'm going to try to check eBay for those 4-coin gold US sets in the future. Okay, and here's stuff in my eBay store. If you guys would like something there, ask me for a friend discount. You're liking those Centurion bars. Yeah, if you want one of those, let me know. If you are a channel member, you are welcome to one of those at $2.50 over spot. And here are some of the bars I pour, the traditional 15-to-1 Silverworks bars. You can always get 5 ounces of those every month. All right, there's a precious metal verifier, a vacuum sealer, and a way to refine your bars. I'm getting a lot of questions about pouring silver, people wanting to buy the equipment to pour silver. And you can certainly do so. Maybe I'll set up a silver pouring part of the website. But the equipment can be pricey. And the market is dead for poured silver, unless you're Jaegers or other very well-known bullion dealers. Or you're selling on Instagram possibly. So really hard to recoup your money pouring silver. I only do it because I love it. But if you guys want that, let me know. I could put up a little equipment section for how to buy equipment to pour silver. It is a very cool hobby. You will be the coolest dude on the block. But unfortunately, you can't really talk about it because then people know you have big bags of shot in your shed. And you don't want people to know that. Why do I digress? I don't know. The Amex card, the Everyday Cash card, click these links, pick one of those up. 3% cash back when you check out through PayPal. The PayPal card, unlimited cash back when you check out through PayPal. The Quicksilver card is also pretty damn good. And picks of the day, I don't have the energy to go back through them. I got to do that at one point. Here's a Gixxon sniper tool, which is very handy if you're trying to snipe some of those vintage bars. And other things you may need for the zombie apocalypse. Don't forget to go in the chat room and check it out there. Mix it up with all the kind people in the chat room. And if you like what I'm doing here, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see it every day, subscribe. If you think your friends are paying too much for gold and silver or messing up their timing, go ahead and share it on social media. You can also buy me a cup of coffee, or you can do a super thanks, or you can subscribe to my membership group, which is growing. I like and appreciate every single one of you guys. And I offer unlimited access to me for whatever you need, and also my bars at basically break even if you want to pick those up. So that's $4.99 a month, and the link is at the top of the description box here. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll check out with spot price here and see how bad it hurts. Does it hurt, or is it an opportunity? Gold still down 30 bucks. Silver down 63, recovering a little bit. Yeah, unbelievable. 36.22 is a buy in silver, but I think it is, and probably also copper, nickel, the CRB index, and we're just going to print to infinity. So go for it, guys. All right, and I appreciate answers to my question of the day, and thank you for watching. Bye now.